We are here, y'all. We're finally here.
Who
are we here with?
Tell them who you here with, man. You know, you here with the best. Better than the rest, because none can contest, man. That's really what it is. My name is Anthony. Sometimes I go by AyeeDub. My pop's name is Tony, so you can call me the same, man. Just don't call me Tony the Tiger, man. It just is what it is. I'm just happy to be here with PodcastBri. We in the building.
Finally. I'm so happy to finally just be here back in the game. Finally doing this. We've been talking about this since November.
For real, though.
It's March. It's
okay.
like mid-March madness.
We had pandemic.
Life been kicking my ass, but we in here. Somebody bleep
back.
that out. All right, so we're here in the beautiful Vallejo. It's so nice today.
Yeah.
I'm so happy. It's so beautiful. I feel good about this day, this interview, and we're gonna knock this out. So we're here with Anthony, and it's Vintage Variation. And so I'm gonna ask him a couple questions, and we're gonna run it. We're gonna get it going.
Sounds good.
So who are you? Why are you here?
Man,
why are you a staple to Vallejo? Because you a legend in the making.
Definitely working on being a legend. You know, I'm just me. If I'm being honest with you, I'm just me. You know, I just want to, leave my staple in my hometown. You know, North Vallejo is where I was raised, College Park to be exact. And it just is what it is, man. I just never try to do too much. I just try to do what I can, who just represents me. Vintage Variation is just it's a branch of myself, a branch of my history, a branch of the things that I like to do, the things that I, aspire to be at some period of time. You know, we always, most of us coming out the hood wanted to be a hooper or some type of ball player, or, sometimes we like to find our things in life like Titanic. You see a Titanic piece out there.
So what do you do? Why are we here? What you do?
So what I do is I kind of curate a bunch of pieces, like I said, that kind of speak to the things that I like, my history, the things that influence me.
And these are pieces, I remember we talked and you said these are pieces like of you and like your heart.
For sure.
And like these come from you. These are like recycled clothes. These come from like your personal closet, your family's closet. So this is like a continuation legacy. So when you get a piece of your clothing, you're getting a piece of your culture, where you come from.
Exactly.
So do you go to different events? You go to just like around here in Vallejo?
I go to different events,
I've seen you.
You seen me?
I've seen you at
That's
one.
good.
He be out. He be out here. I seen him at Trap Bar. I be out here too, y'all. I just don't do this podcast and stuff, okay? I be out here. But I seen him. He was doing his thing. He had his little rack and stuff. He had his homies with him. I was like, okay, I see y'all. I be seeing y'all on the gram. It'd be good. And y'all was doing it. So I've seen you done like trap art. Yeah. You've done sneaker con. Yeah. You've done Alameda Fair before, like a little flea market. Fair, yeah. So you out here in these streets.
I've done that. I've done recently with So Market. Shout out Indigo Vintage in Berkeley.
I was just there too at the one in Santa Cruz.
Yeah, they had one in Santa Cruz. I couldn't make it to that
one. Told y'all.
It's really out here. I'm in these streets.
I'm in these streets. Like, I'm really doing this.
But I'm going to Kobe's in San Diego in 2 weeks. So that's going to be fun. I do a lot of SoCal trips, trying to branch out the market, and I'm looking forward to going to do some stuff in Atlanta with ThriftCon and some more stuff coming forward. So.
Right on. And speaking of Kobe, I know that you are a girl dad. I seen that hashtag. How is fatherhood treating you?
Fatherhood is amazing, and it's crazy, because when you're young, you think about just, being a player and a bachelor your whole life. And then I had a girl, and then that matured me so fast. It just showed me, it's more than just me, number one. And it's just about making sure that I set the example for the men that come into her life.
Right.
And setting that standard. But it's definitely made me soft for sure. And it's humbled me a lot, but I love it. I wouldn't trade it for nothing else in the world.
And does that make you want, because she grows up in Vallejo?
She's in Vallejo as well.
Okay, you grew up in Vallejo.
I'm in Vallejo,
So name your schools.
So my school is Loma Vista.
Okay.
Before that, let's go back. Before that, La Petite.
Okay.
Shout out La Petite. I went to Rainer. Shout out Rainer. That closed Rainer, man. You feel me? Rest in peace, Rainer. Then went to Loma Vista. From there, went to Solano. If you don't know about the path, then you're not really from the north, and you never went to Solano. And then from Solano, went to Jesse Bethel, shout out Janky Jags, class of 11. That's the best class, we ain't gonna talk about that. And then from there, went to DVC, Diablo Valley College in Pleasant Hill, Concord.
Both alumni.
Right.
Tell them your degree.
I got an AA in mass communications, transferred to Sacramento State University, where I got a BA in communications with an emphasis in PR, which is public relations. So,
So
right now working for City of Vallejo and trying to push the narrative within there and just keep it going.
So you should be in my position. Like, we should switch one day. You should interview me.
I could
show my art.
I could.
I like that because you got some stuff under
I'm
your belt.
multi-talented. I can come over there. We can switch roles.
Okay. But I did want to bring it back to the Girl Dad, and I did want you to shout out your Vallejo schools because with you growing up in Vallejo and having these pieces and doing what you're doing, it makes you obviously want to be better because we were just in elementary school not too long ago.
Yeah.
So it's just like, dang, okay, I have a child growing up in this. Okay, let me see how I can make my, staple on Vallejo to make this a better, safer space for her. Absolutely. I like how you are working for the city of Vallejo.
Yeah.
So you in here.
I'm working.
He's a very well-rounded individual.
I'm working on trying to get this nonprofit together called Change the Narrative, and the goal of Change the Narrative is just to bring all walks of life together and just unify the city and build the city up, like you said, so it can be a better place for all of us, not even just the youth. So
because that's the whole point. That's the whole point of this whole shebang, y'all. We're trying to just make
everything
better. Yeah, because we didn't really grow up with too much in this area, and I want to create those spaces for. But
shout out to the youth though. The youth of Vallejo are really making moves.
They're making noise,
and we're making sure that we put each other on and we put each other in positions to win.
In the right direction. Direction is key. Tie it back to your business aspect because you're a businessman now.
Facts.
And he's on the road, he's traveling, he got his rags, he got his little bins. I be seeing him on the gram. He really out here. So how did you got started? Obviously with pieces from your closet, pieces from your family, and then you. I'm sorry. You have these pieces, and. You started with season 1. You were like, oh, I need season 1. I got a website.
Facts.
Your website is fire.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you very
it looked
much.
better than my website. I was like, let me step it up. My website nice, but I mean, his had little pop-ups. It was bold.
I just try to put a little work into it. I'm super, or I'll say hypercritical on myself, just about fine-tuning stuff. I really hate to put out stuff that feels like it's rushed or feels like I didn't put my all into it.
Right. So season 1. What did you have from season 1 to season 2? Because we talked about some growth there. You started off just with your basic stuff, but then you seen a niche. Where was that at?
Whatever it is.
By season 2.
However you say the word, you feel me? I hate that word, but I love it.
I do, yeah, right.
But
it's such a key word. Like we
it
need
is
that word
because you need it for certain occasions, certain
this
situations.
This is my niche. That sounds so nice when I say it properly.
But season 1 was just that was the beginning. Like you said, took pieces from my personal collection, hit the thrift stores, and it's crazy because in the beginning it was really all about quantity, and I wanted to build up a selection of product so that the consumer can have variety to look into. But as we continue on with the seasons, it gets more and more curated. It gets more and more pinpointed down to the core of what the brand is about, the core of what I'm about, and just my history and my culture. And right now we're on season 5, and we're releasing collections that are continuation collections. So we have some stuff like the Draft Day collection, which features a series of like collegiate gear and sports related stuff that kind of is reminiscent of that moment where you've been fighting all your life to get to this point. You get to that stage, and now it's draft day, and now I'm taking it to the next level. So that's really important. So that's kind of the stuff that I look to do, and then also wanted to touch into women's wear. Women's wear was really big for me.
That's where I was trying to take it.
You was okay.
Women,
take it there.
Yes, women. We out here. We just changed the whole game, and I seen some familiar faces and in your pictures and stuff. So just tell me about how women just played a role, because we did just pass Women's History Day. So yeah, go ahead and tell me about how they changed the game. Because that's what we do.
And we talked about that briefly too, and I wanted to have something for women to wear of all ages, all creeds. And at first, it kind of started off with that tomboy image of kind of that wear my boyfriend type clothes and kind of just low key, but I'm still swagged out. But I still want to bring another level or layer to the women's apparel, and I kind of start adding just blazers and cardigans and dressier attire that can play into a part of your everyday lifestyle. You know, you can wear a V2 when you go to work. You can wear a V2 when you out, just kind of chilling with the family or at a barbecue or what have you. But
and it's 100% authentic.
100% authentic.
All genders
everything is
accepted,
all vintage. Kind of everything for the most part is based around mid to late 70s up into early 2000s. So
that's my timeline too. I love the 70s, and I was on the website. I was like, "This cute. I like this. I'm gonna have to get some of this." It was really nice. I was showing my mom. She's like, "This is cute. I like this." So yeah, shout out to you.
Appreciate you.
So was this hard? Like, you've been doing this for maybe like about 2-3 years.
Going on my second year.
Okay.
Going on my second year. You
credit.
putting time on me, yeah. Putting time on me, yeah. I'm going on my second year. 4/24 will be the anniversary of the creation of the brand, and just looking forward to that. Thank you. Looking forward to that. But it was easy to start it, but it was challenging to fine tune it. Because, like I said, I'm very hypercritical, and I just wanted to.
We all are, because this is our baby.
It's your baby.
This is us.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. And it'll stop you just from like putting anything out. Period.
For real.
Sometimes.
And some people get mad at me because they're like, "Well, when you gonna put something out?" And you know, last year it was like there were gaps in between the drops, and I think that some of the gaps were too large, but it was just about me just getting it to how I wanted to get it, and I couldn't do it any other way.
But you're on season 5, and it looks amazing. It's coming together.
Thank you.
You did the season 5 photo shoot here.
I did a portion of it here at Izzy. Shout out Izzy. Shout out Greater Vallejo for real. Bring downtown Vallejo back. This is really the heart of Vallejo. So
it's a lot of Black-owned businesses in this area too.
For sure.
Well, she was telling me she's like, "Oh, if you go down here, down the block, they're Black-owned. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to hit them up. Like, this whole little area can definitely be revamped.
And at that United Vallejo event, I kind of talked about also just I want to have a store in Vallejo. I think that's really important just to bring it back to the hometown, and support the home team. So
yes, right on. So you, like I said, you did the photo shoot here. You're on season 5. When I go to your Instagram, I see that you have like the homies with you. So you didn't just obviously do this yourself. Like, you got the homies modeling your stuff, the people we went to school with. Everybody's like pretty familiar. So I like it. It's not like I'm just seeing people I've never seen before, or just like some random Instagram model or something. This is like, this is a part of us, and this is us. This is gang. It takes a village.
It takes a village, and I appreciate everybody who's been a part of it, from models to photographers. It's key to just, like I said, uniting Vallejo and uniting just the culture, Black people. I mean, we just got to stick together. It's a lot of crabs in a bucket mentality, but I hate it. So I just want to bring it all in one.
Yeah. Do you have any future events that we need to know about?
Future events.
That you only get here, exclusively like here.
This is exclusive.
Like, don't tell nobody else.
I got a collection coming out soon called Ant's Nest. And Ant's Nest is just a feature of just clothing that's coming strictly from my closet. Okay. Clothing and sneakers. Okay. Some accessories
your
as well.
shoe game is nice. We haven't even talked about your shoe game is nice.
I be trying to be low key with it. I got hella shoes that I don't wear, and I just be like every now and then popping out with a little something. But I just got a little something. Shout out my Jordan 1s, brand things.
Okay. But yeah, future events, Ant's Nest.
Ant's Nest is going to be a collection coming out. It'll be dropping 3/26, so definitely be on the lookout for that. And then, like I said, Kobe Swap Meet in San Diego, April 2nd. And we got some brand merch coming out real soon. So definitely stay tuned for that. It's going to be fire. Guaranteed.
All right, honey. Was there anything like lasting things that you want to tell us, let us know before we wrap this up? Because I'm having so much fun. We can go all day.
You can make it do what it do, man. We can go on and on. But, what's been in my mind recently is that Corvette. That's been in my mind. Like, I just want to, you feel me? So we can't.
I need to get on TikTok. Oh, my God. I need to get back on because you making them look. That coordination was that going
Corvette, that's been in my head, so I just, man, shout out whoever made that song, man, because that's my favorite car, Corvette.
All right, right on. Well, thank you for being a part of the Plugged by Bri experience.
Appreciate
and I'm
you.
so happy that this is my first one back.
You going crazy. Keep doing your thing, man. Keep doing your Dougie how you do your Dougie, man. Don't let nobody push you out your element, because you going up. We finna do numbers for real.
Right on. Thank you. And shout out Good Company.
Shout out Good Company.
Obviously, I'm going to feed them after this, I promise.
Bro. Yeah, for real.
All right, well, thank you so much. And thank you guys for watching this, and appreciate it. Take care.